Governor Kevin Stitt kicked off the 59th legislative session with his annual State of the State address this afternoon. In his speech, he touched on the growth of our economy, our education revolution, and his push to cut income taxes.
You've heard me say year after year, we don't need more taxes, we need more taxpayers.
He also addressed the work that needs to be done on relationships with the tribes. News 9's Haley Wager joins us live at the Capitol with reaction from the governor and Democratic leaders. Haley?
Colby, it's no secret there's been tension between Stitt and the tribes for the past few years, whether it's gaming, compacts, or more recently, the McGirt decision that Stitt says has rocked the state and caused division.
3 years after McGirt, we are still operating under a confusing and conflicting patchwork of jurisdiction across our state. It is imperative that we clarify our law enforcement relationships immediately. That's why I created
There's two cases making their way through the court system that the governor has criticized. That's Hooper v. Tulsa and Strobel versus the Oklahoma Tax Commission. Both are Muskogee Creek Nation citizens. The Strobel case argues she shouldn't have to pay back state income taxes when she was living and working on tribal land. Governor Stitt says if the court rules that Strobel doesn't have to pay state income taxes, then nobody should. Democrats say Stitt's continued conflict with tribal leaders is unacceptable.
Our tribal leaders and tribal nations are great partners with the state of Oklahoma who do invest in public schools, who do invest in roads and bridges, and who do invest in health care.
Muskogee Nation Principal Chief David Hill said in a statement, McGirt has not caused confusion, but political games by politicians like Stitt have. Governor Stitt has created the One Oklahoma Task Force that will bring together state and tribal leaders to look at the impacts of McGirt. The main 5 tribes rejected the governor's invitation to join that task force, but Stitt said today he's hoping those tribes will reconsider. Tonight at 6, our Cameron Joyner is live with what Stitt and Democrat leaders say will and won't help Oklahoma's economy. Live at the Capitol, Haley Wager, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Haley, thank you. And meanwhile, Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Chuck Hoskins Jr. says the governor is misinterpreting the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on tribal jurisdiction. He goes on to say tribes are working with local law enforcement to ensure public safety.
People who are very serious about this issue are working every day. I'm talking about our marshal service and county sheriffs or police chiefs. They're making sure that people are safe, and we have agreements in place to do that.
Hoskins says he wants to work with the governor to negotiate extending certain tribal compacts.